Hi guys, my name is John Chevalier. A lot of you know me as the audio video production instructor over at the high school. Some of us haven't met yet. Hi. Um, you're hearing from me today because I'm assisting the district in reviewing our safety protocols and procedures. In October, we put a team together of Rob Smith, Deborah Adetto, and myself, and we began by looking over the district's safety plan. So this video is to let you know of a training slash drill that we're going to do on your next PD day. That is January 8th. That's the Monday right when we come back from winter break. We're going to be doing an evacuation training exercise. Now, I want to just jump right in and clarify a couple of things, okay? This is not a fire drill, okay? We all know how to do a fire drill. But there's some similar things. Grab the bag, make sure your students are out, lock the doors. But this is the case where something has happened where we have to leave campus. Now, that's something that we don't practice. And if an event occurred right now, we're just not prepared to do it. So we really want to fix that. So I think these days, sadly, we think of active shooter situations. That's why we leave campus. That's why we try to escape. But there's a lot of reasons. Bomb threats, terrorist activity, chemical spills. An earthquake. We know how to drop cover and hold on. But what happens after that? The shaking stops. We probably have gas leaks. We need to get out of the building, and most likely we're going to have to leave campus. Okay? Certainly not an entire list, but I think you get it. Okay? So we're going to do this evacuation run through, and I'm letting you know in advance so that every teacher on campus knows their evacuation route and their gathering location, which is going to be different for every campus. And honestly, one of the things we're trying to do is create some questions. You know your rooms, you know your campuses. We can't know everything. So some things are going to come up, and we want to hear questions. We want to hear complaints, actually, or things that you think could go wrong. So we can see what's going on. But the important thing is that we're starting a conversation, okay, about safety at HUSD. So I'm just going to jump right into this thing. And here is the deal. Okay, evacuation drill. Now, the drill itself is probably only going to take about 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, remember, we're doing this without students. And that's from notification that something has happened to gathering at your site. Okay, you're going to hear something has happened. You're going to be told that you need to evacuate. Then you're going to follow your school's evacuation map and leave campus. Your admin's going to be talking to you a little bit about that. And then you are going to go. You're going to relocate and gather at your school's evacuation site. That's pretty much it, okay? At the evacuation site, we're going to make sure you made it out alive, okay? Check, do a head count. We'll briefly talk about reunification. That's getting students back with their families, but that's not what this drill is about. We're just looking at the evacuation piece. Then we'll have a short debrief. And then you're going to have an opportunity to ask questions, not only of some members of the safety team, but also your admins. And we should have a rep from Healdsburg Police Department and the fire department there. Okay? So hopefully this will be a good day for information, okay? And this is just the beginning of, you know, what we hope is just going to be ongoing training. So that's the plan. Now, let me throw something out real quick, is I want you to know that this is part of a plan, okay? Here's what we're looking at moving forward, okay? First of all, we're going to do the evacuation drill. The second, we're going to work on reunification. The district already has a good reunification plan. But what we don't have is some of the tools to make it a lot easier, okay? We got a lot of running around happening. We want to fix that, okay? We need to have more of an active shooter training. This will involve Healdsburg Police Department. It'll involve our safety team. But we're going to talk about lockdown, about when to run, when to hide, okay? That type of a thing. We're going to go over that so you know in advance. And then there will be an active shooter drill in the future. Don't know how soon we're going to do that. Don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off this year. but this is just kind of where we're headed. And this will be a scenario-based thing where you will have to make decisions. And then we'll do a follow-up debrief. And some of the things that we want to do is we want to talk to every teacher about your classroom. And we want to talk about situations about lockdown and evacuation. Because my classroom has got a television studio. I've got doors this thick. I've got double thick soundproof walls. All right. I've got a very secure lockdown location if we had to lock down. Some of you have got a room that half of your one wall is all glass. Okay. So we want to address all of those things. Okay. Now, I know you probably have a lot of questions right now. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. I know you have a lot of questions. We haven't done this before. Things are going to come up. What if a route is blocked? What if a student panics, okay, and runs away? What about reunification? Are we going to train students? These are all decisions that we're kind of working through ourselves right now. What about incident command? How does that going to work? Who is in charge? And that type of thing. All valid questions, but here is what we know right now. We know that we have to start somewhere. And we got to be prepared to do something, okay? If we don't do anything, we become accomplices in whatever negative outcome happens from an event, okay? And we're just committed to changing that, okay? Let's be heroes, not accomplices. So that's it from me. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to turn it over to your admin from here with some site-specific information. So on behalf of Rob, Debbie, and I, thank you for taking a minute and watching this video. And hey, until January 8th, we out.